Who is the best shield character in Genshin Impact? That is a question that some people ask because shields are quite important to have it on a team because, you know, obviously it reduces your damage and it stops you from dying. You know, it's fairly straightforward and they're all pretty good options to have, really, all these characters on this list. So yeah, we're going to discuss who is potentially the best shield character to bring with you. So if you do enjoy this video and you do want to support me out, you can feel free to subscribe. Only 3.4% of watch my videos are subscribed, and if you're new to the channel or you come back from a previous video, we do daily Genshin Impact guides, discussion, and just overall content about the game. So if you want to feel free to help me out, feel free to sub. My goal this month is I'm going to try and hit 1,500 subscribers. It's been pretty mad start to this month. We're already like over halfway to reaching this goal, so if you guys want to feel free to help me reach that, you know, you're more than welcome to. But let's get into it. So there is 7 shield characters in Genshin Impact. Some of them are locked behind constellations, but the shield characters that exist in the game right now are Zhongli, Xinyan, Diona, Noelle, Beidou, Kaeya, and technically Ningguang at the same time. Now, there is also crystallized reactions that a character like Beidou can do, but we're going to be talking about raw, easy to get shields. So we're going to start with the 4 characters that I own. First, we're going to start off with Noelle because she is the first shield character you're probably going to come across in the game. She's fairly simple. You press E, and you get your shield up. Now, objectively, I think that she is pretty strong free-to-play contender because you can craft a white blind for her, and which of course her shield is based off of defense. White blind is good for her. It's also good for Xinyan as well, which we'll come to in a minute. But there is also the white iron greatsword that you can also just find in the chest, which also has a defense percent on it to help become strong. You can also run a retracing Beidou set if you want to get a good shield strength. Maybe you can run defender's will if you really want to do that. But right now I'm running archaic Petra on my Noelle just for just because I want to do crystallized reactions with Hu Tao. So, but you would normally do a maybe retracing Beidou defender's will to get enough defense on her. And the fun thing about Noelle and Xinyan, which we'll come to, is that if you get her any of their C6s, they can also become really fun like main DPS characters as well. Same thing with Xinyan. Xinyan is a bit of a harder character to pull off because she needs to either hit an enemy at a lower level, but I think once she gets to level 20, I think it's level 20 at least. Yeah, because it lowers the amount that you need to hit to trigger the level of shields. But this is a level 1 shield, and hitting multiple enemies with your E will get you a bigger level shield, which means you get more defense. Now, pyro shields are a bit more useful to bring onto a team because compared to something like Geo Noelle would work well maybe with a Ningguang or a Zhongli or an Beidou. However, Geo on its own on a team might not be the strongest option unless you're running maybe like an archaic Petra set like I am on mine. But pyro could work well with the pyro bonus, which could work. You know, you can run a Zhongli, a Hu Tao, a Bennett, an Amber if you really wanted to on your team. So having pyro might be more useful. Also Xinyan has a bigger physical damage like bonus. Well, not bonus, but her numbers on her basic attacks are a lot higher than Noelle does. I think that is. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but Noelle's is also pretty high as well. But I think Xinyan has the highest base attack out of all the 4-star characters in the game. So I think she's a better damage dealer. Unless you get your Noelle to C6, then I think Noelle will be better than that. But the same thing constellation-wise. These will increase her damage instead of her shield power. Like this. Okay, this one will decrease the physical resistance of enemies, but mostly these will increase her damage, whereas these increase Noelle's. They also increase her damage as well, but they also increase her capability as a support. But with that being said, you can just run the white blind on her as well, and you'd be perfectly fine with a shield. And also that pyro elemental resonance is also useful to have. Now, Diona is a character that I've not versed too much in, but she is a very, very good healer from what I've seen and from what I've been reading up on her. Because not only can she do healing, she can also do shields. If you hold down her E and that hits an enemy, you get a shield based on her max HP. Now, You can run, I'm running like the recurve bow for the minute on her because I've not leveled her up at all, but generally speaking, you can run an energy recharge bow with her. With maybe a sacrificial bow is probably her best in slot for a support Diona. Now, the thing is that you also get these to give you a bit of extra like shield damage absorption. They also this one increases their DPS, which is a bit weird, and this one increases your HP. If your HP like regeneration when you're lower, but she is an interesting mix because she's a healer and she's a shield maker. Now, healing and shield making for Diona both go off of HP, same as how Noelle's healing will go off of her defense. Now, is it good to have not only a healer but a shield maker on the same team? Yes, because not only are you going to be able to regen like your health when you get low with her burst, you're also going to be able to get some over shields which will stop you from taking damage as well. So Diona is a very, very good support, you know, just to bring in general. Now, this is a character I'm very versed in, Beidou, or Beidou. I'm sorry for anyone who I upset with how I pronounce names, because I know some people do. Hold down her E, you get a shield. If somebody hits the shield, if he gets hit twice, you can counter and do big damage, or if you hit a frame perfect, you can. Now, for demonstration wise, if you use her burst as well, if you got her Constellation 1, she also gains a shield as well, which is based off of her max HP. Now, is Beidou a very reliable shield? If you're using her as a main DPS, yes, it is a reliable shield. But if you're using Beidou as a support, like there are some support builds you can run with her, like for example Beidou with Tartaglia, for example, or with Hu Tao, then her shield is only reliable when she's using her burst. Unlike something like Noelle, where you can just do that and then switch to a Beidou, and then all your DPS and just do that. It's a bit. Beidou's not a very good support for having a shield. Also, why is it raining in game? Now, there is another two characters that technically are shield users, and that would be Ningguang and Kaeya.
Ready when you are.
I didn't know Kaeya was that good. You know, is this something else? First off, I didn't even know he could heal. Like, I made a video about the best healers in the game, and apparently Kaeya can heal himself, which I didn't even know was a possibility, but he can. And Ningguang is technically a shield character because of her E. This blocks projectiles and absorbs damage. It's a portable shield, and also running through it gives you some extra geo damage if you're running a geo resonance like bonus character. Now, would I recommend using Ningguang as your only shield? Well, if you've got a healer on your team, yeah, I mean, I guess you can. Really, she's a good main DPS as well. She protects you, and also if you've got her C2, you can cast this again when it gets broken. So, whilst this isn't really a conventional shield method, it's still useful to have on a team, and you never know, it could be useful in some situations. Same thing with Kaeya. Now, if you get Kaeya to his Constellation 4, he will get a shield that's equal to 30% of his max HP when he goes below 20% health. Now, who has Kaeya C4 apart from Wales? I mean, I don't even have a Constellation for him, but can it be useful? I mean, if you use Kaeya as a DPS, which he's okay at it, I mean, yeah, I guess you can use it. I mean, but I don't see very many situations where this can be useful, because I don't know if the shield gets transferred to your other characters. I can't try that out because I don't know anyone who has C4 Kaeya, but yeah, he does have a shield. You know, that's some new information you might not have known today. Now, the last character that I'm going to show off here, which is a shield character, is Zhongli. Now, Zhongli is quite literally a god at shielding. Get it? Haha, funny joke. Anyways, he can hold down his E, and he'll get a shield which not only will he do AoE geo damage when he activates his shield, he can also absorb damage quite well. Like he'll absorb 150% of all the elemental and physical damage, and if you're nearby, it will lower the elemental and physical resistance of opponents by 20%. Now, I would say Zhongli is probably the best shield character in the game. Now, whilst people could say maybe Noelle or Diona are actually pretty strong because of their ability to heal, Zhongli is also a very, very strong contender. I think Zhongli can heal at like C6, I believe, but I don't know. But yeah, quite literally, Zhongli is probably one of the best characters in the game for applying shields because of the fact that he literally decreases the resistance by 20%. Now Xinyan is also a budget option as well, because you get a 15% physical damage bonus, but that's physical damage, and you would need to be using Xinyan for that to work. And yeah, you'd be needing the Xinyan for that to work as well. And if you get a C4, I mean, it makes it more of a viable DPS option. But I think Zhongli is the best shield character in the game, and I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on it. Who do you think is the best shield character? I'd like to know. Comment down below. And thank you guys for watching this video. I'll try and upload another video again tomorrow. Take care, and I'll see you guys in another video.